Everyone, this is how I've been wearing my hair for the past couple of days now. There's African threading underneath that. If anyone's curious, it's 6 inches of human hair, color number 33, that I glued onto a cap, and then I dyed it using this box dye here. Right. And then I went at it with a pair of scissors, and then afterwards I curled it with a curling wand. Right, this video is about the chemical process that I'm going to do on my hair. I've made my decision, and this video is just to share it with you. First things first, I want to make it clear that I am not a licensed hair care professional. That's the first thing. Secondly, I am using a recognized chemical, however, I'm using it in a way it was not intended. That's number 2, right? And number 3, the chemical I'm going to use states clearly on the container that it is for professional use only. Like I said, I'm not a licensed hair care professional. I'm standing here in my bathroom sharing with you what I plan to do to my hair. If I don't share it, the opportunity to show it to people won't come again. Secondly, I feel that maybe my experience might help someone else out there, you know, whether it helps them make a positive decision or make a negative decision, either to do the same thing or to avoid doing the same thing for themselves. That's the other reason why I'm sharing. What else did I want to touch on? You know what, let me just get straight into it. Yeah, so this is my box of chemicals. These are relaxers. Some people call them perm, but you know, people use that word interchangeably. When I was growing up, the perm was like the acid perm, where you put the solution and you put the rollers and you end up with a jerry curl. Yeah, but I'm just going to call this a relaxer. So I've been testing out relaxers for several months, you know, several months. But I'm the type of person who I take my time. I've been considering this for over a year, actually. But I've been biding my time. I've also wanted to reach my 4-year mark in growing my hair before I did anything permanent. The other thing is I do not cut my hair. However, I did not say I never will. I actually decided to hold off on cutting my hair until after I did this, because the length is going to help me apply the chemical, and if I'm going to do damage to my ends, I would rather cut them after the damage is done than before, if you get what I'm saying. So first things first, this is a box relaxer. These relaxers are sold in supermarkets, you know. These are designed for at-home use because, well, my understanding is because you're likely to do less damage to yourself using these relaxers if you follow the instructions. But at the same time, these are the relaxers that I used to use when I used to relax in the past. Not this particular brand. I used to use Dark and Lovely, regular strength. So if anyone is curious what relaxer I used to get my hair bone straight, it was Dark and Lovely regular strength, and I would leave it on for 25 minutes to 30 minutes. I imagine that sometimes I overprocess my hair, and also I used to relax my hair every 6 weeks, and I would apply the relaxer right at the scalp onto the new growth, you know, because my curl pattern is so tight that, you know, they say don't apply the relaxer an inch away, you know, apply the relaxer half an inch from your scalp. All my new growth was at half an inch. So we used to apply relaxer directly to the scalp after basting, of course, basing our scalps. And I would do that and I'd leave it on for the full amount of time. And when I got to the smoothing part, I used to smooth the relaxer onto all of the hair. the previously processed and the new growth, and then I'll rinse and neutralize and whatnot. Needless to say, after a couple of months of doing that, my hair would fall out and I would repeat the process. Go back to braids or something like that, grow out my hair a bit, relax it, and so on and so forth. Anyway, let me get back on track. So I'm not using this relaxer. The reason I bought it and tested it out was because I was familiar with this chemical composition, the box relaxers, and I wanted to have almost like a control. I wanted to be able to say, okay, this still works to get my hair straight. How do these relaxers compare to this? Because to be honest with you, I never used to use these relaxers. I always used the box ones. Of these ones, they all gave me comparable results, right? I went with these two. This is lithium hydroxide, because a lot of the chatter online says that this particular relaxer is really good. It doesn't damage your hair as much. Not Hawaiian Silky, but lithium hydroxide relaxers apparently are less damaging because of the chemical nature. This is sodium hydroxide relaxer, the regular line, but it has some kind of base cream in it that's supposed to minimize the burning sensation you get. And I picked up this one on a whim because a lot of people who post videos on blogs and online, you know, when I did a search, it was coming up a lot. So I thought, you know what, let me just pick up a jar of this and just see how it works. And I was pleasantly surprised. And I will be using this to relax my hair. And before everybody starts going, oh my gosh, she's straightening her hair, part of my dilemma is I'm using this chemical to change my curl pattern, but I do not want straight hair. Actually, just want to change the curl pattern just slightly. And to be honest, my hope is that to anybody else other than me, you should not be able to tell that I'm relaxed. And I don't want to overdo it. Excuse me, because it's irreversible. Right, so what we've gotten at so far is that this is the one that I'm going to use. And the reason I chose this particular relaxer was because the results I got on my strand tests were very good. Even loosening of the curl pattern. However, I was concerned because it works really quickly. So I decided to use this for the first time I relax, because it will be a lot more trickier when I'm now doing retouches to use this particular relaxer. But I think this is the one I'll use first to do my initial relax. You know, relax, texlax, curl softening, texturizer, call it what you like. But I'll be using this one first, right? And the way that I will be applying the relaxer is I'll be mixing it half and half with conditioner. This is the conditioner that I'm going to use. This is the conditioner that I tested out. I was using a different one and I ran out, went to the store and tried to buy another bottle and I couldn't find it. So I had to retest everything using this conditioner. It's Pantene. I'll list all the products that I'm talking about and mentioning in the description bar. I'm going to mix it half and half, and I put the instructions on the lid for myself so that I would remember. I'm going to mix it half and half and leave it on my hair for a certain amount of time. I'm not going to tell you the amount of time because it depends on your hair and the result that you want to get. If you're looking to relax your hair straight, follow the instructions on the back of the jar, because these are the instructions that will give you a straight result. And as I mentioned before, it says for professional use only. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way, my hair is underneath the stocking cap. It's quite dirty, which is exactly what I want. And it's an African threading. I'm going to try and come closer. I don't know if you can see. show you my curl pattern. These are not knots. This is my curl pattern. It's incredibly tiny. I don't really have what you consider baby hair. I just have some fuzz. I think there's been a bit of, I wouldn't say confusion. I use the word thin. My hair is incredibly fine, meaning the strands are very tiny. I have a lot of hair, but the strands are very, very, very fine. So this is my hair completely reverted. So that's the threading. And then I braided it and I tucked it. What I plan on doing is the half and half method. I will relax half my hair at the back, do the entire neutralizing whatever, and then I will relax the front. I think I'll stop here for this particular video. I imagine my next video I will record something when I'm halfway through. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care.